beautiful souls. I am Valeria Maritza at Healing Through You. I am an infinite being of light, and so are you. Today, I come to you with a heavy heart, and I am really leaning into that feeling of grief, of loss, of unfairness that we all feel when something so atrocious happens in the world and we become aware of it. We feel hopeless and helpless and useless basically when we are so far away and we do not understand the reasons for which things happen. I see many posts of people negating God and the Lord and Jesus and whomever it is that they believe in or used to believe in, and putting that blame there, as in there is no fill in the blank, because otherwise this wouldn't happen. And I hear you and I feel you and I'm with you in your thoughts, and I understand you. I see you. But the message that's coming through that I wanted to convey to you is the message of oneness. When we are one, we become one, we are part of one. What does that actually mean? It means that we are part of everything, good and bad. It means that the good that you see is part of you, and the bad that you see is also part of you. And this is the part that we very quickly separate ourselves from. This is the part that we tend to deny, escape, run the other way, and just not give any other energy because it is so out there, it is so difficult to understand, it is so incredibly abstract that very, very few people are able to understand it. And here I am, not understanding it myself 100%, because I am, after all, still living and experiencing a three-dimensional human life. But as I channel and I ask for help and guidance from my guides, from the beings of light, from the angels, and I become one with their energy and I'm able to see things from the removed place, which is seeing all of it and all at once, becoming the energy of everything and all at once. And so what does that mean? How do we deal with this? How do we understand this? How do we help? The only help is raising your frequency and shining your light so that you in turn are able to touch and reach more people and light them up, and then they can go ahead and light their light onto others. But what is this whole thing about being one with the good and the bad? When we so quickly go to separate ourselves from everything we do not like, whatever that is, how do we do that? What is that? And so going back from the healing techniques from old and ancient Hawaiian traditions, where they use Ho'oponopono. I have been working really, really deeply with Ho'oponopono lately in my container beyond the separation, which is a container by becoming one with everything. And I understand that it's not for everyone. I know it's not for everyone because not everyone is at that level of being able to accept this. But the basis behind it is that anything that comes into your awareness, anything that you see, that you become aware of, that you are experiencing in your life, is being shown to you because deep within you, you are part of that. And let me explain it to you in a different way, as I know this is really abstract and difficult to understand. Let's focus on the war. If you are aware there is a war going on and you're feeling the feels and upset about it and worrying and sending love and trying to do your part, but this war is still in your awareness, It's because deep within you, there is a part of you that is at war. And this could come in the form of not being true to yourself, denying yourself, denying your knowing, your gifts, your messages that you're receiving, being who you are, speaking your truth. You are at war because you're feeling, this is an example, of course, you're feeling that if you say something, you get punished, or all kinds of things like that, right? And so, if there is a war within you, what Ho'oponopono teaches is that you turn inwards to heal that part of you which is at war. And by healing that part of you, you in turn begin to heal the world that you see in your awareness. Because anything that we see that is horrible, that we don't like, is a creation of consciousness created by the collective. And what does that mean? It means enough people putting their energy on that, enough people being at war with themselves, enough people having the fear of something like this happening. And so energy goes where attention goes. And if you have enough people, which you do, because that's what the news feeds, and when you see the news, you are being fed these fears, these things, and then your energy goes there and you begin to fear and think about these things, and collectively all of those minds together, what do? They put more energy into more things happening. And so this is how these things happen. The atrocities that you see in the world, this is how they happen. They happen by the collective thinking, the collective putting all of their energy into that one thing that they do not want. This is why, and studies have shown this many a times, when you get a large group of people, let's say 100 monks, setting their intentions in love and peace on a specific part of the world for a specific period of time, then you see the crime rate go down only in that specific town by like 30-40% in the next couple of weeks after the work has been done, the collective work of all the minds coming together. And instead of focusing on the hurt, on the fear, on the bad, on the guilt, on the frustration, on the name calling and finger pointing, instead of focusing the attention on that, they instead focus their attention in love and peace and harmony and ease and joy. And then that's what happens. And so you may or may not agree with me on this, but this has been proven time and time again. You can look it up. I don't have any specific links to share with you right here. But if you send me a message, I can look it up and send it to you. But this has been proven time and time again, that the power of your thoughts creates your reality. And when you give attention to the news, to the sadness, to all of the negativity that is out there in the world, you add more energy to that and therefore create more of that. And this is the part that we need to take into ourselves and realize that we are, in fact, part of what we are seeing. And so, how do we heal this? The Ho'oponopono 4 sentences that are widely known and used are: I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And you do this to yourself. You say this to yourself. You begin to heal the part of you that is at war, that is at fear, at that has anger towards a specific thing, you begin to heal you inside, deep inside. You connect with your root chakra, which is at the end of your tailbone. You send your energy down to ground, to Mother Earth, and you feel really deeply into your feelings, and you begin to say the phrase over and over and over and over until it starts to feel lighter, because you're beginning to heal that part of you. And in turn, what happens is that everything and everyone who is in your awareness begins to heal as well. This is one way that you can help, that you can heal not only you, but those around you. I know it does not bring anyone back. It does not take the pain away from the survivors and the families who lost their children and loved ones. It doesn't bring any of that back. So in a sense, you're not helping them get through that grief, but you are helping to add the light to the collective so that these things stop from happening. And there are many people who are doing this work, who are sending the light, who are sending love, who are healing themselves. And in turn, they are helping the collective heal. And so when your mind goes to, well, aren't people doing that already? Then how come this is still working? Why is this still happening? It's because we aren't enough. There's so many of us doing the work and going deep and doing the work to heal ourselves and others and raise the frequency of the collective. But then there's still a lot of people who are still choosing to stay in the negative realms of fear, of not taking responsibility, and believing that nothing out there that happens that is not in accordance to our likes has anything to do with us. But just realize that because there are so many people doing the work, you see 3 horrendous shootings and acts of crime within 1 week. Imagine how many more would be if people were not doing the work. That is what you need to anchor to. Not to believe that it's not working, not to believe that it's still happening, but the knowledge that when you are doing the work, you are actually helping and preventing more of these things from happening. And this is a direct message with all the love and compassion being sent to you to heal your heart. They embrace you in complete and total selfless love. They hold you, hear you, and see you. They let you know that they are here for you to support you. And they're also giving you strength to go on, to keep doing the work, to dig deeper into your knowledge, your knowing. I hope this has helped. I hope this alleviates a little bit of that heaviness in your heart. And with that, holding space for you, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.